Hello, I'm Harish. Welcome to my channel. Just about a year ago, I made a video where I was showing how you could send data from your mobile app to Google Sheets using Thunkable and also upload images using Thunkable to Cloudinary. And over the last year, Thunkable decided to update their UI, and a lot of you were not able to make this work. So I've decided to create a new video where I will show you how to upload images to Cloudinary, which is a hosting provider, and also store the image URLs in Google Sheets. With that, let's quickly watch a demo and get started with this video. On the screen, you can see the demo that is on my mobile that I'm using here. So you're just seeing what I'm doing on my mobile. So we have a upload image button. I click on it, it will ask for which image. I will select an image, and then once you select an image, we show loading, and then the idea is to show the URL and also the preview of the image that we uploaded. Along with this, what is also happening is this gets stored in Google Sheets. I'll show you that demo while we build this. So let's go. Great. Now that we know what we are building, let's quickly create a project on Thunkable as a first step. Let's call it Cloudinary demo, and select an appropriate category of what type of app you are building. Make sure you select the new interface, because the whole point of this video is the new interface, right? Once you have the canvas, the first step is go to settings from the top left corner, scroll all the way down and make sure you enter these details. These details are available on cloudinary.com. Cloudinary.com is a hosting service that lets you host images and media essentially for to start with free and then have a paid engagement with them. So go to cloudinary.com and go to your dashboard, and this is what you'll see. All the three details are available here. Just copy them and paste them, and while I do that, let's quickly move to the next step. So once I've pasted the information, go back to Thunkable. Now that your information is ready, let's quickly add the components that we need in the UI. First one is obviously the button, which upon clicking will start the whole process of image uploading. So I'm just going to quickly remove the border radius for this and change the text to upload image, and also change the label to upload button. Then we need a loading icon to show loading when somebody clicks the button. Change this to look good. Now we have the loading icon. Then we need an image preview and the text where we show the link once it is uploaded to Cloudinary, right? So let's go to label, and this is where the link will show. So we'll say link preview and change this to visible false so that it is not visible. Now let's just align this and then say visible false. Hold on, link preview. This is aligned, and let me change the text align to center and then change the visibility to false. We'll enable it through the blocks. And the next thing that we need is the image. I'm going to drag and drop the image part and change the size to 250 by 250 just for the sake of an example, and then put it here, center, and then change the image also to image preview. Now loading is also set. Let's just change this to something that we prefer. Right, now that we've updated all the labels and added all the components that we need, the next step is to link the data source. Data source is the Google Sheet where we want to store the information. So click on the data icon on the left, and then click on the plus icon to add a data source, which is, in this case, is your Google Sheet, right? So click on Google Sheets. I'll cover the rest of them in a different video. So click on Google Sheet. It will ask you for a name. I'll just name it image links. First row is going to be the header, like we created. This is the Google Sheet that I created. First row is the header. I'm just calling it link, and everything else is empty. So we need the second row to be the first one to insert, right? So this is the first row containing data. So perfect. Let's just click on select sheet. Now this will ask you to select the Google account and authorize. And in case if this button doesn't work for you for some reason, you have to unfortunately reach out to Thunkable for them to reset this account if you already have a corrupted link between the Thunkable and Google Sheets. I know it's nonsense, but that's the only way around it. I've looked up quite a few of the forum posts, but there is no solution. Reach out to Thunkable support. But the other way is you can check out my other video in the description below, which sends data to Google Sheets using an API instead of all this garbage. I'm calling it garbage because there is no straightforward way to fix corrupted Google accounts for somebody who has a Thunkable account for like years, right? So just click allow access to your Google Sheets, and then it will show you the available Google Sheets. This is my only available Google Sheet, so I'll just quickly select it and click create. Once you've done this piece, you should see the data on the left side. Now let's quickly jump into blocks and then add blocks. But before that, I'm just going to hide the image preview also, and also hide the loading icon, because we'll enable all of these through the blocks, right? So let's quickly go to blocks and design the actual logic of this application. So in the blocks, the first thing is when somebody clicks on the button, we need to initiate the whole process. Before that, what I'm going to do is create a variable and then call it image link, so that we know where the data is getting created. The link is getting stored so that we can use it for previewing and also sending it to Google Sheet, right? I'm just going to call this image link and initialize that to empty for now. And then the first step is click on upload button, and when somebody clicks on this button, we need to upload the image to Cloudinary. For doing that, you have to click on camera and media on the left, and then copy paste or just drag and drop this piece which says URL from uploaded file, and also go to variables and say set image link to the URL from the uploaded file, and then here we need to select the actual image that the user is selecting, which again you have to click on camera and media and say image from photo gallery. This piece is the whole logic of uploading to Cloudinary. We don't have to call any specific API or do MediaDB upload, unlike the legacy interface, right? Once this is done, what happens is it will update the link into the app variable that we created first. And now after this gets updated, what we can do is quickly check if this is not empty and then do the rest of the process, right? So let me just create the next logic, which is if variable this is not empty, so we need a logic, or we can do just text. So we can do if text does contain empty. So duplicate this. We don't have to do anything, but just keep showing the loading icon, right? So the loading icon should be visible from the button click itself. So I'm just going to set that to true, and then if this is still empty, we don't do anything. If it is not empty, we have to send it to Google Sheets, right? So click on data sources on the left and say create a row, just drag and drop this and put it in the else block, right? And the link value here should be the same variable. And once this is done, we need to show all the link preview, the link, actual link itself that we created, and also disable the loading icon. So let's just quickly duplicate this and say set loading icon to false, and also click on link preview, and link preview's text should be the variable itself. So we want to do that. The image preview should be again the link itself. So I'm just going to duplicate the same thing and paste it here, and then we are also going to set the visibility of this. So I'm just going to copy the visibility piece and then image preview visibility true, and also link preview visibility as true, right? So that's pretty much the logic that we need for this app, right? Now let's quickly see how this works. To test this on your mobile, you need a Thunkable application on your mobile, and you have to link your account to the Thunkable app here. Let me just quickly show you that process as well, so that you know how to do this. Okay, now that you can see, this is my mobile, and once I open the Thunkable app, I need to click on enter sign in and generate test code. Copy this code and go to your Thunkable page and click on live test, and this should ask you to enter the code. Now quickly enter the code that you see, and then connect, and your mobile app should be connected ideally. right? Now your app is connected and you can click on the Cloudinary demo, and here you will see the actual app running on your phone. Great. Once you see your app, click on upload image. It should ask you to select an image and upload. I'm going to select the same image that I was using before. Now the loading icon is working, and in a couple of seconds you should be able to see the preview and the link show up. That's it. That's how the app appears. Once the image is uploaded, you can see the preview and the link. Based on the height of the image, you can probably change the location or the label here, but yeah, you get the point. That's how you upload images to Google Sheets and also send data into Cloudinary. As you can see, Google Sheet also has the link. If you like the demo and if you found it useful, consider subscribing to the channel, because this channel is all about building stuff without coding. See you in the next one. Peace.